and Bullock are 4 Warrington debutants. Kai Taylor-Ray at fullback, Jake Thulis, younger brother of Josh, on the wing, Nolan Tupea in the second row, and Ben Hartill, son of ex-Lee and Swinton winger Dave, on the bench. It's a special day for the Warrington hooker, ex-Wigan Warrior, of course, Sam Powell, who makes his 300th career appearance. Oh, Wigan's last outing was a 26-6 win over Salford. They make 6 changes to that side. Some familiar names coming back in. Ryan Hampshire will play at full-back. Zach Eckersley makes his 4th Wigan appearance in the centres. And there's a special debut for Jacob Douglas, who has played on loan at Barrow and Bradford this year, described as a lightning-quick athlete by Bradford coach Eamon O'Carroll. He will make his first Super League appearance for the Warriors, wearing jersey number 28. Well, a fascinating battle, a fascinating history between both of these sides. Players regularly swapping between the clubs, and the hookers in particular will be one we'll be keeping an eye on, Sam.
Yeah, definitely. You've got 2 players here, Brad O'Neill and Sam Powell, opposite ends of the career. Sam Powell, 300-game veteran, won everything over a long period of time. Brad O'Neill is coming, he's very exciting. There's an argument to say the reason Sam Powell isn't in a cherry and white jersey is because this guy came in. So both of these, you know, there's going to be a nice little battle in the middle, and they'll both be eager to get one over the other.
And Sam Powell will know that it's an audition for a place in the 17 at Wembley.
Absolutely. Danny Walker, I think, has been outstanding so far for Warrington this year. Really good and dynamic out of that hooker role, and Sam Powell will be keen to make sure he's there on that list and getting to walk out at Wembley next week.
It's taken until round 13, but these 2 giants meet for the first time in Super League this year. They'll meet again in 7 days, but that familiarity, that upcoming contest, hasn't diminished the atmosphere here today.
No, absolutely not. Everybody's in a good mood, because not only are they seeing Wigan Warrington today, they know what's coming in 7 days' time, and I just keep thinking the opportunity these 5 young lads are going to get to make a debut on this stage. A lot of debuts are made playing a championship side in the Challenge Cup, or you're rested against an easy team. That's not the case. Everyone remembers the debut. These 5 young men are going to remember this day for the rest of their life.
I wonder, have we weighted the disparity in the squad strengths too much? Here's the match ball being delivered by the Royal Marine Commandos here at Warrington, who always put so much effort into their pre-match entertainment. I just wonder, Jody, if I could put it to you like this, will these 4 debutants on this youthful Warrington side, could they possibly upset Wigan today?
Well, the one thing you're going to get when you bring in either players that haven't got a lot of game time or debutants into a side is energy and enthusiasm. You know, are Wigan going to have some of those players? Are they going to have an eye next week? We spoke about HA protocols, we spoke about, you know, match review panels and possibly getting back. Well, they might have one eye on next week. These young lads have not got one eye on next week. They're thinking all about today, and they're going to give absolutely everything. So who knows? It's unlikely, but who knows?
And anything is a bonus for the underdogs.
Yeah. Warrington have got absolutely nothing to lose today. They're going to come out with bags of enthusiasm. They're going to compete for everything. The other players, not just the debutants, the other players being around, seeing the excitement of these young men, will fire them up. But enthusiasm, all
some money
that's not
sat in that stand.
There's about 80% of salary cap watching for Warrington Wolves. Yeah, but they're going to have a lot of enthusiasm, but that won't be enough to beat Wigan.
Jody,
Look,
final predictions?
It's got to be a Wigan win, but for Warrington, you can't really lose today. Today is just about getting out there, giving those young lads a chance, and seeing what can happen.
Contrast in selection policies from both of the coaches. Reigning man of steel, Bevan French, standing by with the experienced Stefan Ratford here at Warrington. We await this clash from round 13 of the Betfred Super League. Williams over the line. Ashton through the gap, gets it away. They're all chasing him to get a bounce. They're in. Back on the inside. What a shot that is. Well, here come Wigan and Warrington. They will also be playing for the Locker Cup as well as 2 competition points. I'm going to pull the curtain back, Sam Tompkins, Jody Cunningham. Before we came on air, I sense a little bit of apathy from both of you ahead of this fixture. Your mood has changed as we've got closer to kick-off.
Yeah, it's been in this stadium. It's pretty much packed out. Everybody's buzzing. The stands are bouncing. I'm excited.
in that final next week, and then you get to the stadium and these fans don't care. They know they're in for a great game no matter what. They're excited about next week. Can't really lose today. We're in for a good one.
Well said, Jody. Well said, Sam. Future Super League stars on show. Some established superstars from this Betfred Super League competition. Enjoy it all. First half on the way now with our commentary team of John Wilkin and Mark Wilson.
Cheers, Brian. Two teams with silverware on their minds, but today it's 2 Super League points on offer. Jack Smith, the referee, Ben Thaler, our video referee today. Could be 2 points that decide who may well be at home in the end of season playoffs. Sam Burgess, has he taken a calculated gamble today with his team selection? Well, we'll find out over the next 7 days. We heard from Matty Pete. He has picked accordingly today. Round 13 of the Betfred Super League about to continue here. The Warrington Wolves against the Wigan Warriors. And we're underway, and it's the Warriors who will get first use of the ball. And we're underway, and a big first collision to kick things off.
Yeah, just Liam Byrne with a huge carry to start the game. One of the features of Wigan this year has been Byrne, followed by December, followed by Mago, followed by Dupree. The heavy artillery that Wigan have got. Havard, who carries the ball now at their disposal, is breathtaking, the good man.
It is. Interesting listening to Matt Pete talking us through his thought process, wasn't it? About how he'd pick the team, that some players need to play, some players he knows he can trust to have the week off.
Well, the interesting line was Bevan French's. Harry Smith kicks the ball here. He needs to play, doesn't he, to keep form? There's a mistake there.
There is over on the far side. And it's Connor Wrench who comes up with the error. Tried to catch it on the full, but comes up with an early mistake.
Yeah, Connor Wrench, a great athlete, powerful ball carrier. Drops back, Harry Smith kicks the ball early, every set of 6. It's just such a repeatable thing for him. Kick to find space. Well, Connor Wrench had read the play, but just couldn't pouch the ball.
You've played in plenty of cup finals. Were you one for wanting the week off, or were you happy to play?
I was in the Bevan French camp. I needed to play. I got sloppy, and I feel he can become deconditioned very quickly. I understand Matty Pete's decision. It's almost a no-lose situation for the Warrington Wolves here. Young lads playing, not expected to win. Wigan were expected to win when they were full strength. So anything Warrington do here today can be passed off.
Well, it isn't Sember driving it forward. Within 12 of the line. So an early chance for the Wigan Warriors. Brad O'Neill gets the ball away. Ellis will try and bump off one. He's tackled. Centre field, O'Neill gets it away here. They're trying to power their way to the line with Havard. He's stopped a metre or so away. French to the right. They're going to go to the left instead here. Ellis gets the ball away to Smith. Short pass to Walters, making his first start in the Super League for the Warriors. Tackle made. Here they go, short side, trying to power out wide, and they're in. Flying finish from Super League's top try scorer, Liam Marshall. Referee's going to want to check this out, but have they got in right at the start? Wigan in front.
We have a live call on field as a try, and we're just going in to make sure he stays in the field of play. I could do something a little bit more clearer on that if we can. And on this angle here, I can't see him at all. That's slightly better. We just go back on that then. Keep going on this angle. Go forward on this one. Again, and pause it there. Thank you. I have now made my decision.
Well, Liam Marshall not adding to his tally. You'll see the tiptoe on the whitewash, but an ominous warning from for Warrington there.
Yeah, and it came off the back of Sam Walter's carry, and the heavy artillery I speak of, what that does is generates ruck speed, and that enables Harry Smith to play on the front foot and pick off numbers. It's Harry Smith who rolls round the corner to the short side. It's 3-on-3. He catches Connor Wrench just looking in, but Marshall just couldn't quite keep in. He's a lethal finisher, Liam Marshall. You expect him to finish those, but let off there for the Wolves.
It is indeed. So Warrington get their hands on it. Trying to work their way forward from their own 10-metre line. There is Max Ward, a former Wigan youngster. 4 former Wigan players in the Warrington side today. One of those is Sam Powell, 300th career appearance to him. Congratulations. Roderick Ty carries next up. And now Powell gets it away. Sember with a tackle. Short here, and the ball carried by the young fullback, Kai Taylor-Ray, who's highly regarded in these parts.
We're excited about him. Balanced, quick athlete. Big future ahead.
Oh, now then, Hampshire got that all wrong. And it's picked up by the debutant, Jacob Douglas, who brings it forward, and he's now into the action as a Wigan Warrior.
Yeah, Hampshire just caught in a bit of no man's land, having to move too quickly to get to where the kick was coming down. I think what's interesting here for Warrington is when you take Matt Duffy, Josh Dewlis and George Williams out the team, you take your line-breaking ability, goes down by a huge margin. Well, in Kai Taylor-Ray, I think that's where Warrington maybe see the future of somebody who can make breaks. Matt Duffy, 14 try assists this year. He makes 200 metres every game. Look, he'll be in the team next week, of course, but in Kai Taylor-Ray, maybe there's the future of the full-back position for the Wolves.
Maybe there is. There's an offload here on the far side. Another one as well. Eckersley hit hard, gets it away, and now Smith will kick over the top into the corner, and there is the full-back Taylor-Ray to collect it. He'll come forward. He's racked up 12 off his own line.
Yeah, he's got six tries in 7 games in the reserves this year. Exceptional return. As I mentioned, the challenge for Warrington here, this young Warrington team with some experience in there, is to break down Wigan. Such an exceptional defensive side, so disciplined and connected.
Yeah, here come Warrington coming forward, and let's head down to pitch side for the first time this afternoon, and Jenna Brooks.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mark. Just speaking to the Wigan camp ahead of this one. Their preparation for Wembley begins today. As soon as this game's finished, they're not even going to stay here and shower at the Halliwell Jones. They're getting straight on the team bus. They're headed straight back to Robin Park for recovery and for a recovery session. And just speaking to Matty Pete, he said that he is not expecting a straightforward game today, despite Warrington's 4 debutants that are on show. In particular, you were mentioning Kai Taylor-Ray. We're speaking to Toby King ahead of this one. He said that he is going to be the next big player, so look out for him.
Certainly will do.
He said the next Reece Walsh, I think, which is just big. It's such a big thing to say, so sorry, Toby King, he told us not to say that. I hope we're going to pay the invoice for cleaning the bus, getting on it dirty.
Oh, the pitch is like a snooker table, John. It'll be fine. All over the top. Here is the fullback. Waits for the bounce, gets it. Bevan French in front of him. Gets past him, easy enough. They wanted a high tackle, the home fans are not going to get one.
That's the skimming ability. You know, the comparison to Reece Walsh is obviously a big one, isn't it? But that ability to skip across defenders, find space, speed across the ground, makes him incredibly difficult to deal with.
Sometimes we're frightened about bigging up players too much, but we should be excited about the talent that clearly he has.
Own it, Toby King. You've said it now.
Yeah, without it. Ball just short of the 40 here. It goes Drinkwater, short pass, almost through the line was Holroyd, gets it back to Drinkwater. Warrington's starting to put some moves on. Junior and Sember's down, just taking a little bit of a count. High kick for Hampshire. She's going to let it bounce again. You have to say that's not really a convincing start for Ryan Hampshire, but more of a worry here for Wigan is a possible injury to Junior and Sember.
Yeah, Hampshire not fancying it again, just letting the ball bounce and going to touch. Wigan obviously get the feed of the scrum mill. This is the concern. Junior and Sember, one of the standout young players in the competition. Matty Pete spoke about maintaining that right edge, keeping them together, keeping them because they've got things to work on. But he just wouldn't want to be seeing one of his star players limping too early in the game.
Well, he's out on the wing, and Sember, he's in a bit of, I think he's in a bit of trouble here, the young fella, which is, given the importance of the week ahead, could be a hammer blow for him, but he's hobbling around. He's going to try and run it off. There he is. Such a promising season he's having so far. He's getting back into position now. Here's Bevan French, uses him as a decoy, finds Hampshire. Hampshire tries to bump off Drinkwater, gets the ball back to French. French thought about the big pass, turns, pirouettes, thinks about it again, and then eventually runs into Max Wood. And the tackle is made, and now Ryan Hampshire's gone down. Wigan are struggling a little bit here. Here's Smith, gets it wide to Eckersley, bumps off one, gets the pass away, but it's gone forward. And it's out, and Warrington will get it back.
It was great footwork from Eckersley, wasn't it? He just lost Connor Wrench with his feet. just couldn't get the ball away to Liam Marshall. But I love the footwork initially from Eckersley, just to shrug off Conor Wrench, who's a strong, aggressive defender on the edge. Just not the skill set on the end of it to find Marshall.
Yeah, the pass didn't seem to come out of his hands very cleanly. There's Ryan Hampshire, the latest Wigan player with a bump. Works its way out on this near side, and Semba, well, he may be injured, but he's still getting involved in the tackling. And now a scoot out the dummy half from Powell, who's got a penalty here.
But there you go, 300 games experience. He knew the ruck was scattered. They knew that Marcus and Nsemba in particular, and Byrne couldn't get back there. Well, Powell's smart enough to just pick up the ball, engage that mark, engage Liam Byrne. He had no choice but to touch Sam Powell. And that's the experience of Sam Powell, what he brings to this Warrington team.
There are 9 gone here. Warrington in Wigan territory. Drinkwater gets it away to Ratchford. Ratchford pops it up, driven in. Tackle made. To Payer, one of the 4 debutants here. Now Wood will lead the charge up the middle. 25 away. Powell centre field. Gets it away to Bullock. Bullock on the charge. 11 out. Now Warrington break the deadlock here. Drinkwater to Ratchford. Ratchford, the ball over the top. And it needs to be gathered, this. It's going to be picked. Oh, it's going to be another set of 6. That Marshall had a touch of that. The 2 Wigan players rather got in each other's way there.
Yeah, they're just indecisive from Wigan. Just scrap, get on that loose ball. It's an important part of the game that we neglect sometimes. When the ball's on the floor, it's such a precious commodity. Get on it.
I just wondered if Eckersley thought he was offside when Marshall touched it, but either way, Warrington have got it back, and here they come again. Big contact, middle of the field. But the Wolves are in good position here. Now there's a knock for Whitehead, who gets to his feet slowly. I think he's hurt his shoulder as he now goes away. He's desperately looking for the physio to come on and help him out here. Warrington, a player down. Here's Drinkwater at the back to Ratchford. Gets the ball away. Great tackle, Kieran. Had to be as well. On Lindop, denies him close to the line. Ball works its way to Drinkwater. Feigns to kick, gets it away to Powell. Powell will move it out wide now. Good crunching tackle, 20 away, but they're coming back. I think there was a hit off the ball on Powell, I think, in the build-up to that.
Yeah, some strong inside pressure from Wigan in the modern game. The timing of this is so important. It's hard. It's hard for Brad O'Neill to see when Powell's passed the ball. He doesn't look it, but from that angle, it's on Drinkwater. O'Neill looked renowned for applying pressure. He did that to Penrith in the World Cup Challenge, by the way. For a young 9, he took the game to Penrith. An impressive season for him so far, just getting his timing slightly wrong there.
Yeah. We have a kick at goal here, Warrington. Sam Burgess sending the message down. Let's get ourselves in front. And you mentioned that a bit of a free hit for Warrington given their team selection. Does that in its own way put more pressure on Wigan to win this game?
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it does. I think Wigan have such high standards as a club that I think they would approach this game with the same consistent mentality that they've showed for a number of years. But for Warrington, they've got some players in their team who this is the biggest day of their career, Mark. Now that in itself brings just an X factor to Warrington's performance that is not tangible. We don't know what that is. We're talking of Kai Taylor-Ray, like what will he bring? Wigan, he's an unknown to Wigan. You know, what we forget is you spend all your life reviewing oppositions. There's 4 names on this Warrington team sheet that Wigan players have never seen. And that will take a period of adjustment. Some promising signs for Warrington, especially the combination of Kai Taylor-Ray, Drinkwater and Ratchford all moving nicely together. But yeah, I don't think there's more pressure on Wigan.
There's Stefan Ratchford. Nancy Pete looking on. Ratchford then to root the wire in front here. Looks pretty straightforward, and it is pretty straightforward. Warrington and the early advantage here. The rest of the team, well, they're all smiles. Big week ahead for them.
Full team. There they all are. Paul Vaughan, Matt Duffy, huge. Lachlan Fitzgibbon, how big's he been for Warrington this year? All missing James Harrison, big contribution there. George Williams at the front of your screen. Maybe this one of the star players in our competition. Expect him to light up Wembley next week. Keep it light-hearted and relaxed now. Trust me, in 7 days' time, that won't be the situation.
High kick taken by the Wolves. Here's Bullock, brings it forward. Good contact on him. Will stop him on the 10. So Wigan, some work to do here defensively. Another carry and another penalty.
Yeah, just caught offside, showing a keenness to get some line speed. It's Sam Walters. I think Harry Smith just stood directly to the left of the referee, clearly offside. And that just gifts Warrington a chance to get out of the half. We spoke about the importance of maybe Duffy and Thewlis in their contributions last week in Catalan to get Warrington out of the half. Well, there's an easy way than that, is win a penalty, and they've done that.
Yeah, they have. Throw halfway again. Drinkwater gets it away. Little dummy. Carry from the Wolves pack gets him inside the 40. Powell. Drinkwater out the back to Ratchford. Loops up the pass here. Taken forward by Taylor Ray, wrapped up by Nsemba, who looks to be moving a little bit better than he was a few minutes ago. Here now come the Wolves again. Powell drops it back off and taken forward by Whitehead, who looks to have shaken off his little shoulder injury. 15 out then, Warrington looking to add to their early lead. Here's Bullock, determined carry from him. 5 out. Powell looking around, he just moving Ratchford in backfield. That's not the best pass, but he gets a lovely bounce. Now the kick through the line, big moment here, and they're in! Aaron Lindop scores, touches it down, it was a great kick. The bounce pass undoes the Wigan defence, and look what it means to the Warrington Wolves. They lead by 6 points to 0.
It amazes me how often in rugby league, when the ball hits the deck, it causes defences just to pause and to stop and just to sit on their heels. And that's exactly what happened to Wigan here. When Powell throws this pass, as soon as it hits the deck, the Wigan defenders stop. They could move forward and maybe close that down. It's smart from Drinkwater. He brings young Douglas up. As soon as he threatens with shape, Drinkwater looks as though he's going to throw it. He doesn't. He drops it on his toe. It's perfectly weighted. And it's a tidy finish from Aaron Lindop, who's had a promising start to his young Warrington career. Great execution, smart, but maybe those Wigan defenders just ruining how passive they were once that ball hit the deck.
We'll talk about a split second there, the calmness to wait for it to bounce up, collect it, put it down, and then the explosion of joy when he did put it down. He scored a sensational try in Catalan's on debut. That was a bit more straightforward. It's a huge start for the young Warrington Wolves.
Massive start, and I think what will please Sam Burgess is not maybe the penalty that's got them down the field, but his side have competed physically with what's been the most outrageously physically competitive team in maybe modern Super League history. This side is stacked, the Wigan side is stacked with power and physical prowess. So in the opening 16 minutes, Sam Burgess will be delighted with some of his young forwards, how they've competed and even gone over the top on the odd occasion of this Wigan pack.
I'm seeing this one go straight over the posts. One out, Ratchford strikes it wide and it doesn't curl back in, so it is 6 points to 0. Ratchford a little bit disappointed with that one, but Aaron Lindop delighted. He's got the first try of the game.
Yeah, some start for Warrington. Again, the patience from Drinkwater, the timing and the execution, perfect. Lindop calm and calculated. And Holroyd comes over to celebrate. They know, these young men know how important these opening stages in your rugby league career are, and there's a few Warrington players who are icing that right now.
High kick, regathered. Bullock brings it forward again. Matty Pete, I don't think they'll have been overly impressed with the opening 17 minutes. Wigan had that chance when Marshall stepped on the whitewash, but other than that, not really had a lot of the ball so far.
A few penalties, not diving on a loose ball. Some big moments that have gifted Warrington some field position.
To the 30 come the Wolves then. Possession then. Warrington with the majority of that and the completion rate. That's a big difference at this early stage here. Wigan having to do more defending. And now could be doing some more. Great offload up the middle. Here's a chance now for Drinkwater. Has he got the pace? No. Dragged down, bounces up. He's not tackled. He is now set restart, says the referee. They're busted if they move it left here. It's a matter surely of, well, who scores? Well, they didn't get it out wide quickly enough, and the chance is gone.
Powell threw a carrier bag. All he had to do was fire it and be on the money, and they were in, Mark.
Probably had a 5-on-2 overlap there, and they made a mess of it. Can they capitalise on the opportunity? Here's Drinkwater, pokes the kick through early in the set. Will it bounce? It will! Touches down his own kick, and Warrington's start gets better and better.
Yeah, for everybody who saw the team sheets and thought about turning over the channel and watching something else this afternoon, we'll stay right here, because this Warrington Wolves team have come to play. And it's young players who've lit up maybe the opening 18 minutes, but it's two contributions from Josh Drinkwater of pure magic, of skill, of execution, something that he does so well, short kicking. But this was the break. Max Wood, what an offload and support from Whitehead through the middle. Drinkwater was never going to have the legs from here with Betfred French trapping him down. But then it's the ability to get into shape, to get organised, and this, to find the kick, to chase his own kick, and to dot the ball down. Two magnificent short kicks from Josh Drinkwater.
Yeah, towards the post. Well, Max Wood was dreaming of touching that down until it hit the post, but there was Drinkwater.
Well, it was his contribution downfield that got Warrington into this position. An exceptional carry, one of several exceptional carries from Max Wood. He's a retro front rower, is Max Wood, isn't he? He looks like he could have played rugby league in the 80s quite easily. Well, he got Warrington in the position to give Josh Drinkwater the chance to use his key weapon, which is that short kicking game.
First Super League try of the season for Drinkwater, who found himself on the periphery earlier in the season until Leon Hayes got that injury that curtailed his season. Here's Stefan Ratchford. 98% probability that he kicks this one. This for 12 points to 0. No mistake from Ratchford as we approach the halfway point of the first half, and the Warrington Wolves are on fire.
Yeah, magic from Drinkwater, chased on kick, as you said. Max Wood, who was chasing and dreaming of a try. Sam Burgess delighted with his team start. He couldn't be happier with the opening 20 minutes of this game and how his side and his young players have turned up. But some of his more experienced players have also turned up to play this afternoon.
Willock again leads the charge. Ball works its way forward again. There goes Wood again. Right, let's head back to Jenna Brooks at pitch side.
Yeah, I can tell you when Drinkwater went over for that try. The team that's been rested, 11 changes Sam Burgess made. That team were on their feet. The likes of George Williams, Maddie Ashton, Paul Vaughan, all of them, they were on their feet cheering. They are delighted. And just a reminder, Matty Pete ahead of this one said that he was expecting a tight encounter, and a tight encounter it looks like it could be.
Yeah, there's a few concerned faces on the Wigan players not playing today. Finally an error. And I just wonder here, Max Wood seemed to limp into that tackle. I wonder if something's gone awry. Just before he went into the tackle, he seemed to take a false step almost.
Yeah, he looks really uncomfortable when he called the ball. He's obviously got an issue going into contact. Look, something's gone there. He goes into contact. And you know, when you're injured or you get an injury like that, it's quite easy to forget about retaining possession. Max Wood obviously felt something. That's a calf or a muscular injury, lower leg.
Yeah. Well, there he is. He's going straight off. So, well, he's holding his chest as he walks off.
Might be a rib. He's forgiven for dropping the ball. There's nothing worse than a rib injury in rugby league.
Yeah. Max Wood would have harboured outside hopes of being a part of next week. That could be a problem for him.
But what a start to the game he had as well. Not just next week, but in the opening 21 minutes has probably been the standout forward on the field. So a big loss there for Sam.
Yeah, it is. Get an update on him, I'm sure. As Wigan puts... Oh, that's high. That's a problem. Drinkwater involved. Holroyd as well. They didn't miss.
Yeah, I think it was Drinkwater and Holroyd. Well, take your pick. Both of them copped him high. It was equally timed as well. It was a double high shot. Kieran, to be fair to him, bounced straight up. Let's crack on.
Must be happy to have the ball, I think, Wigan at the moment. And a chance here. Over half of the first half gone. Not the start anybody was expecting, as French drops it off to Nsemba.
It's so important for Warrington to be squeaky clean defensively here. 12 points to the good, but you don't want to concede the first time you tested.
Well, they've just given away a set restart, and here now the ball is carried forward. Dupree's on into the action for the Warriors, as is Cruz Leeming. So Matty Peake bringing some changes here. Ball carried forward by Havard. He's wrapped up 5 metres away. They can not have too much ball down this end of the field. What can they do with it here? Ellis is wrapped up. Tackle. Couple of metres out. Coming back to this near side is French. Short pass, and Nsemba trying to power his way over Drinkwater, and he will do. Junior Nsemba's rise continues. Too big and too strong for the halfback. He rolls out of the tackle, and Wigan's response is instant.
Yeah, Matty Peake is delighted with the progression of Junior Nsemba, for the way he's willing to learn, but he'll also be delighted at his ability to break the line. Look, he's a strong carrying back rower who, when you put him this close to the line, one-on-one with a mismatch like Josh Drinkwater, Drinkwater should do better here, but Nsemba's such a handful. But he breezed through Salford on a couple of occasions. Last time out, well, this is just too easy. Big man on little man. It's a mismatch, and Nsemba, fantastic line, just to fade to Josh Drinkwater's outside shoulder. It just makes making effective contact much harder. And it's another try for Junior Nsemba, and what's been just a huge rise in the opening part of 2024.
Well, that's 3 successive games in which he's got over the whitewash. Junior Nsemba. He had that bump earlier on. And he powers his way over to score. Now Adam Kieran on kicking duties is 6 in from the touchline. Looking to slot over the goal here to get them back within a converted try. Taking his time. Sends a kick on the way, and that never looked like missing. Absolute pure strike from Kieran, and it's Warrington 12, Wigan 6.
Yeah, we said Warrington needed to be squeaky clean and tight with the defence. Well, it wasn't the case. Bevan French just spotting that Nsemba's just squared Drinkwater up. And that combination of French and Nsemba on that right-hand side has been lethal, as you said. 3 tries in 3 games for the big back rower. And a big moment in this match.
Don't forget, coming up this afternoon, Hull KR and Leeds Castleford, both 5:25 tonight. As round 13 continues. NRL back tomorrow as well. Every game live from the Super League, only on Sky Sports. What a cracker here, as Mago on off the bench as well. Drives it forward, good carry from him.
That's what I was speaking about, Wigan. So you've dealt with Havard and Byrne, right? Fine. Young Warrington forwards, think we've done a tidy job on them.
Every game live from the Super League, only on Sky Sports. What a cracker here, as Mago on off the bench as well. Drives it forward, good carry from him.
That's what I was speaking about, Wigan. So you've dealt with Havard and Byrne, right, fine. Young Warrington forwards think we've done a tidy job on them. Max Wood contained those two big men. Then you look up, Tyler Dupree's coming out of cannon at you. Patrick Mago's fresh. He's coming out of a cannon at you. It's relentless.
It is. Here's French, drops it back to Nsemba. Nsemba half through a tackle. Good tackle, Bullock needed to be as well. Will play the ball, Leeming out of dummy half, looking busy already. Leeming up and over the 30. Bullock again makes the tackle. Last one. Warrington backtracking here. Smith kicks over the top. What will the bounce be like? It kicks away from Wigan. It's picked up in goal, and they will be caught in goal, Warrington. Smith follows up his own kick, and Warrington having to kick out.
Yeah, we spoke about Josh Drinkwater's short kicking game. Well, Harry Smith, one of the best in the game. It's a short kick behind the line. It's just perfectly judged, perfectly weighted. And whenever you kick for yourself, it's so important to follow that. And it was a great chase from Harry Smith. And the game's just turning.
Yeah, it is.
Josh, 5 seconds, come on.
Goal line dropout, fired towards the 40. Oh, lovely touch from Harry Smith. Here's Mago, brings it forward. Gets an offload away, Leeming juggles it backwards. What can Leeming do? Well, Mago's offload sees him go back 10 metres. Evan French wants a quicker play of the ball. He'll get it away here to Tyler Dupree. Straight up the middle. Now Leeming finds Ellis. They're working over these forwards in the middle of the field here, Wigan. Leeming will get it away now to Smith, back to Mago. And I think he just thought he'd run behind Leeming, so opted to take the tackle. 11 out. Gets the ball away. Here now is Smith. Smith has got French with him. Ball over the top. Looping pass picked up by Douglas. Douglas runs between two Wigan players. That's acceptable. Nobody was impeded there. And the tackle is made on this near side. Last one here for Smith. Going to float the kick across field. Walters trying to get underneath it. Ball comes free. Hatch touched it down, but the referee, I think, is going to say it was not forward by Wigan. In fact, they're inside the 10. It's a penalty to Warrington.
Yeah, Sam Walters is just too keen. It's one of the benefits of having 6'4", 6'5" back rowers like Sam Walters and Junior Nsemba. They become exceptional kick targets. They're just trying to pick out Sam Walters there. And just on that, Matt Peake knows the benefit of having big bodies in your back row. Sam Walters, huge man. Junior Nsemba, huge man. Their ball strike and their carrying ability is such an asset. We saw it last night with St Helens, with Curtis Sirinen and Sione Matautia. The impact they have of being strong, big bodies out there. Well, Wigan have got two of the biggest.
Look at this, a rolling maul, trying to get... Well, the ball's on the floor there, nobody knows where it is, and now another penalty against Wigan.
Yeah, discipline, a bit of back chat. They've just been sent marching down the field, and this has maybe been a feature for Matty Peake. Just a touch of ill-discipline with the ball. And defensively, a ball steal, there's potential that was a knock-on, but it's the back chat from Marshall which should be disappointing. Because Wigan's culture and standards are better than that.
Yeah. Here come Warrington looking to capitalise on that. The fullback almost through, he's thrown to the ground. It's getting fiery here at the Halliwell Jones. The crowd are ripping in. They're not saving anything for Wembley next week. They'll deal with that next week. Ball 25 away. Here now is Powell, gets it away to Drinkwater, finds Stefan Ratchford, ball to Taylor Ray, he's wrapped up. Warrington 20 metres out, we'll bring it back now. Here's Musgrove on off the bench, he's picked up and slammed into the turf. Gets it, wants a quick play of the ball, gets one. Here now is Drinkwater, the pass on the ground again, the old bounce pass. Doesn't work this time. And they're 15 away, last one. Lindop in at dummy half, gets it to Drinkwater, eyes up left, but then goes right. Can they get up and high? They do. Eckersley comes up with a really good catch there inside his own 10.
Yeah, such a tidy take from Eckersley. Looks so calm and cool underneath it. It's a high shot though from the Warrington chase. And he probably earned that. He's earned the penalty here from just how natural and effortless he made that look to roll out of a challenge. And it's Roderick Ty. Comes in with a strong contact, just catches him high.
There's Here's Roderick Ty, former PNG Hunter. Now, Wigan have it. 10 to go to the break. 12-6 down here. Been a really good contest so far.
Off the ball now!
Musgrove's just got caught under the tackle there. I think he's picked up a slight bump. Towards halfway. And now is Ellis. Short pass to Mago. Mago through. They're going to get a penalty here. Ellis was hit after it passed the ball. Jack Smith being consistent with that.
Yeah, it's been an untidy minute from Zen Musgrove. He just got caught in the ruck, found on the floor. Just such a needless push on Cade Ellis. It's crucial for Warrington to get in at least 12-6 here. It's crucial for them.
Well, they tapped the ball here, and Wigan from the tap almost broke through with Kieran, who gets a set restart. Here now is Leeming. As you said, big moments here. Wigan looking to level things up. They're within striking distance, and they've got numbers left, the Warriors here. If that's where they go with Leeming, Leeming tries to go it alone. And there are enough Primrose and blue shirts there to keep him out right under the H. Ball now going to the left. Here is Smith. Smith's got runners outside him. Goes to Marshall. Marshall with a flying finish. And this time he has stayed in the field of play. And Liam Marshall extends his lead at the top of the Super League try-scoring charts. Another acrobatic Marshall finish. And Wigan are within 2.
Yeah, Warrington's defence breached again, and Wigan just finding the front foot in this game. It took them 25 minutes to get into it, but wow, are they in the game now? It's Harry Smith with a wonderful pass. Again, Connor Wrench played a lot of his career at centre. Just having a look in, just a nibble from Roderick Ty and Connor Wrench. And Liam Marshall's too quick. Wow, what a finish. What a finish from Marshall. There's no better in the business than him in those tight situations.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Matty Pete will be feeling slightly more at ease inside. I think it's fair to say his bench has made a good impact here for Wigan.
Yeah, his ability to rotate the bench with, it's not like the people he brings on detract from the team's quality. They enhance it in a very different. Mago and Dupree, you know, ballistic ball carriers come on to a tiring young Warrington pack, and it's lethal. But Adam Kieran gets the chance to put the scores level at 12-all, but that's some finish, isn't it, from Liam Marshall in the corner?
It is. Well, Kieran nailed one from the near side, now he's on the far side. And he couldn't be nearer the touchline if he tried here. This to level it up at 12 points apiece. Kieran then to level things up here in round 13. Warrington fans will tell us here comes then a footer, strikes it on the way. Wow, what a kick!
What a kick!
One from the right, one from the left, 12 points apiece.
Silky smooth, the conversion, wasn't it? The 13th try of the year. Top try scorer at the minute is Liam Marshall. There's no surprise why, is there? His combination with Harry Smith on this left edge for Wigan has been lethal all year. It's a wonderful ball, a flighted ball from Harry Smith. Catching Connor Wrench and Roderick Ty. Slightly out of position, ever so slightly. And that's some finish on the end of it.
All level then, 7 to go to the break. Ratchford restarts. Ball collected by French, and here goes Dupree. Big drive forward. Leeming and Semba. And on tackle 2, they're already over the 30-metre line.
Yeah, it's great to see Julian Semba moving well. There's a real fear 5 minutes in he might be out of this game and next week. Well, he's certainly recovered. He's got to try back to his strong ball carrying.
All right, let's get down to Jenna Brooks, who's got some injury news from the Warrington Wolves.
Yeah, Mark, some good news for Sam Burgess and his side. As Bevan French makes an incredible break. Maybe come back to me.
Yeah, he does. Pull back on the inside. There's Cruz leaving. Wigan go back to back. In the blink of an eye, Cruz leaving has Wigan in front for the first time. 16 points to 12. 3 really big carries got the Warriors on the front foot, and Bevan French and Cruz leaving do the rest.
Yeah, he absolutely nailed it there. I think it was Tyler Dupree, Mago, and then Semba just laid a platform and left Bevan French licking his lips at the speed at which the game got to. And French there, you know, the accusation from Matty Pete was this man needs to play, needs to keep sharp. Well, you don't see much sharper than that. It's excellent support up the middle of the field from Cruz Lehman. But it's all about the pace and the running threat of Bevan French and the vision and the balance to keep on his feet. Seeing Bevan French in full flight is magical, isn't it?
Some sight. Big smile from the man of steel. And Cruz Leeming has got a big smile as well as he's over. It's like, you know, we mentioned the good start they'd had, but playing for 20 minutes is one thing, doing it for 40 is another, and doing it for 80 an entirely different conversation.
Yeah, that man knows exactly what intensity means, and it means 80 minutes. And there's a lot of younger players in this Warrington team who, you know, will learn a lot from the second half, this first half, where they've been just outgunned and outmanned by Wigan. And the physical domination that Wigan are having now was quite the same what Warrington had with Max Wood and when Joe Bullock were on the field at the start of the game. So some lessons being learned.
Here's Kieran then. Well, he's nailed 2 from the sideline. This from just to the right for a 6-point lead. And again, he's straight through the middle, 18 points to 12. Right, let's get back to Jenna Brooks then before Bevan French rudely interrupted you. What were you saying?
How rude of Bevan. Good news for Warrington. Max Wood there, the prop forward. He will be back. It was just a slight bump that he suffered.
Good stuff. Well, that's a relief for him, a relief for Warrington as well, because, as we said, John, he was playing out of his skin that opening 20 minutes.
That's the best forward on the field. Brought some real intensity to carry. He's definitely feeling his ribs still, isn't he? It's a classic sign when you're injured like that, you always rub over the area that's injured. So, but an amazing start for him in this game. And Warrington have missed his presence since he's been off.
Good to see his teammates giving him lots of sympathy there on the bench. Here's Dupree. This is a big 4-minute spell now, isn't it? Wigan going to get a couple of sets, and now they're getting a penalty. And you just wonder if this is getting a little bit fast now for the Wolves.
Yeah, they've lost physical control of the game in the middle of the field, and this man, Tyler Dupree, you know, his carries have been brutal since he's been on the field. It was a ball steal, and off the back of the ball steal, look at this, it's a 50-yard gain. It's some kick to touch that.
Yeah, it is. And now an offload. Here's Douglas, takes it in, up to the 30. Lean on loan at Barrow and at Bradford this season. Jacob Douglas. Here now is Ellis. Drives it forward, 20 away here. The pressure is starting to build on Warrington as Leeming gets it away to Smith. Smith now finds Hampshire. Hampshire gets it away to Eckersley. Little stutter step almost through. Great tackle. A couple of metres away. Wigan back where they want to be, asking questions of this Warrington defence. Here's Smith, finds French. Miss out pass, gets it to Douglas. Douglas going for the line. He just couldn't quite get over the line. Great scrambling defence from Warrington, and Douglas is a yard short of a debut try.
Yeah, it was amazing D from Jake Thewlis. It's Bevan French. We saw that in the World Cup Challenge, didn't we? That resulted in a try. Well, Thewlis just has the presence of mind to retain balance, defend 2 players. He's defending somebody on the inside of him, but has also got eyes on Douglas. Douglas just has to check his stride ever so slightly, but it's great defence from young Thewlis there.
I think he takes that on the run, he scores. He just didn't quite get to him where he wanted it. And Douglas is into touch.
Yeah, it's the importance of accuracy. You know, that the difference between that being a try and not. You know, we saw Liam Marshall on the other side. Harry Smith's ball just on the money. You arrive in at full tilt. Douglas checks his stride, but great defence from Warrington.
So Warrington survive. What can they bring back here? A couple of minutes to go to the break. There were 12 to the good. That lead has quickly been swallowed up by Wigan. There's Jake Thewlis, the brother of Josh.
How good's Josh been this year? Josh Thewlis has been exceptional for Warrington.
Yes, there's Musgrove trying to break his way up the middle. That's a good carry. Last one-handed pick-up from Powell. It is the last tackle, though, so Ratchford's going to have to put boot to ball. He sends it high. Hampshire underneath it. This is a devilishly difficult kick, and he's done really well to take that in, Ryan Hampshire.
He was a sitting duck for Roderick Ty, wasn't he? Hampshire's lying on his back. It was like an MMA fight. Roderick Ty has gone for the full mount.
Well, that's one of them when he's under. He's thinking, why did I want to play fullback? He knew what was coming, and he had to take it. Here now is Leeming, finds French for the dummy. I think Kieran wanted that as well, but didn't get the ball. Last set of the half incoming, and Smith's going for the 40-20 here. He needs a kick forward, he needs a kick forward. He's got one. What a kick! What an absolutely fantastic bit of rugby from Harry Smith.
Oh, he absolutely smoked it. The vision, he spots Conor Wrench on the end of the line. Warrington have put a full complement of defenders in the line. Only usually drop back on play 4, maybe play 5 for a kick. Well, Harry Smith sees it, and look at the position he's put his team in.
Will they take the one here, do you think?
No.
They're right in front of the post.
Not a chance.
Okay.
First, play the ball, get off it.
Minded a penalty, that would have made their decision up for them. This is the last play then. Here is Smith to French. Drinkwater races up, ball back to Smith. He is going to go for the one-pointer, and he's kicked it. Harry Smith kicks the 40-20, and he kicks a drop goal off his left foot to extend the lead to 7.
Mark Wilson has never been happier. Everybody at home. I've never seen him look so happy. He called it. He called it. So 1 point, and that man, Matty Pete, will be... Look, you look at it, the relief that he has now as compared to 20 minutes into this game, Mark. Chalk and cheese for Wigan.
Yeah, a half of 2 halves on the reaction to Kilby Bryan and the gang. It's Warrington 12, Wigan 19.
And if you wanted to know what a smug commentator sounded like, thank you very much, Mark Wilson and John Wilkin. Yes, they got the drop goal in the end. They've extended their half-time lead to 7 points, but that in itself is a surprising story. The Warrington Wolves made 11 changes to the side victorious in round 12 and have pushed Wigan all the way in the first half of this round 13 fixture for the Betfred Super League. How it got to that, we'll discuss with Jody Cunningham and Sam Tompkins after this. Much understrength Warrington Wolves side. Well, they pushed Wigan all the way in the opening 40 minutes of this encounter. They trailed by just 7. That is a big story in itself. More on that shortly. Wigan scoring late in that first half to secure that half-time lead. Not the half-time scoreline, not the first half many people expected, Jody Cunningham.
Absolutely not. It's exactly what we wanted. Probably not what we expected, especially not Warrington going ahead by 12 points, but even 7 points behind at half-time with the squads that we saw at the start of this game. That's a result for Warrington and actually a little bit of momentum for Wigan, but probably the right time for a half-time break.
You felt that Warrington needed to get a toehold in the game. That could be just physically or physically and on the scoreboard. They managed to do both, kicking an early penalty and following it up with back-to-back tries that certainly put the cat amongst the pigeons.
Yeah, they were the best team for the first 20 minutes of that game. Something we were expecting with such a young squad. But they came out the blocks flying. They caused some issues. You know, that's a great kick from Josh Drinkwater there. You know, perfect. The inexperience of the Wigan winger probably puts them in a bad position. But they're off to a flyer. The stadium, it was like they'd scored a match-winning try. Again, they were dominant even through the middle, breaking this big physical Wigan side.
Oh, Josh Drinkwater set up, really, and scored the next try, his try of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, what fantastic work by Max Wood in the middle. But they kept the composure. We thought they'd lost the opportunity there, but another great kick through there from Drinkwater to drop onto his own kick, and it was all to play for there. Wigan looked like they were struggling at this point.
What would you have put that down to? So we've got Warrington in the 12-0 lead. Was that a some sort of apathy from the Wigan Warriors, or just pure enthusiasm and effort from the Warrington Wolves?
Well, I think there was enthusiasm from Warrington. Wigan didn't help by giving penalties, gifting them opportunities down this end, and I think there was a couple of key injuries in that first half as well for the Wigan side. Junior Nsemba limping round. I'd like to see Matty Peake's face when he saw Junior Nsemba limping, because that would be a massive loss next week. And then they had Ryan Hampshire limping round. I think one of the issues in not getting to the Josh Drinkwater try was an issue with his knee.
Well, they did hit back, and they did hit back through the aforementioned Junior Nsemba. Now, this is an interesting subplot, because these two will face each other next week at Wembley. Junior Nsemba and Josh Drinkwater, only one winner here.
Yeah, absolutely, and Josh Drinkwater can expect plenty more of this at Wembley next week. It's an absolute mismatch physically. You know, Josh Drinkwater, great attacking player, not known for his defence, but they broke him on both sides of the field. Now we look at strength as a Junior Nsemba, that is amazing.
Yeah, the acrobatics there from Liam Marshall. The positioning to take it in the first place, the pass from Harry Smith, but the ability to take his chance in that small space when actually the covering Conor Wrench tackle arguably was correct. He got there, he could have pushed him in touch, and actually that dive, that acrobatics is what got him the try there. Brilliant one.
A brilliant try, converted, locked up at 12 points apiece, and then Cruz leaving the beneficiary of a Bevan French break.
These are the bits of class we expect from the Wigan side that will overpower a Warrington side, as we spoke about before the game. You know, Bevan French, he's dynamic, he causes issues, he managed to break a tackle, he's still quick enough to get away from chasing defenders and nails an inside pass to Cruz Lehman, who goes over. At this point, they look like more the Wigan side we'd expect.
Just before we see the very end to the game, on the Liam Marshall try, we thought, first of all, when we had a first look at it, it was over theatrical from Liam Marshall, but he absolutely had to leave the ground in that manner at that time.
Yeah, if he doesn't perform such a magnificent feat, he doesn't score the try. You know, you tell me another sport in the world where you get an athlete, you know, who's been banging into middles, doing all the hard yards, can also go to the other end of the field, do a front somersault and score in the corner. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a unique selling point of the game of rugby league, no doubt about that. The theatrical, the absolutely brilliant finishes from the wingers in the corner. We had a great finish to the first half. Harry Smith stepped up from the boot, an unbelievably perceptive 40-20 that led to a drop goal that not many saw coming.
Yeah, fantastic kick from Harry Smith again. He's been brilliant with his boot this season. He just caught Warrington napping there at the end of the game, and he put him in great field position. John Wilkin, I think, is going to be ruined, saying that he's not going to go for that 1 point there. And
you were calling for the 1 pointer, Sam.
Yeah, I said clearly they're going to get an offload. Back on the inside, Harry Smith will kick a drop goal. It was obvious to see.
Get that into you, Wilkin. OK, what a story we've got here at the Halliwell Jones Stadium. 4 debutants for the Warrington Wolves, and they trail the Wigan Warriors, a much stronger squad today, by just 7 points at half-time. What lies in store for this buoyant crowd here at the Halliwell Jones Stadium? You'll find out after here on Sky Sports. 3 more games this weekend, 2 today. Hull KR Lee and Leeds Castleford coming up after this fixture at the Halliwell Jones Stadium. Arena or action, take your pick. Tomorrow the round closes when Salford Red Devils take on the bottom of the table London Broncos. 2:55 p.m. on air, building up to a 3 o'clock kickoff. Well, it's the champions, the Wigan Warriors, with a 7-point lead over the Warrington Wolves at half-time. A surprising half-time lead, considering the disparate strength in the squads of these two sides. We're about to kick off in the second half. Before that, let's get team news from Jenna.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. I spoke to Sam Burgess. He said, unbelievable start. Really, really happy with that. He just needs his players to get back into that game cycle. Max Wood, who came off in that first half, he had a fitness test. He has passed that. He'll be back out there. As far as Matty Peake goes, he said they were out of character in that opening stages of the game. He's so pleased with how they wrestled the game back. There are no changes for this Wigan side. But let's go over to your commentators, John Wilkin and Mark Wilson.
Cheers, Jenna. Teams out then for the second half. Matt Peake looking on. Sam Burgess up in the coach's box, looking cool as a cucumber. Big week ahead, big 40 minutes ahead.
Yeah, big 40 minutes. I think the first half was defined by ill-discipline from Wigan at times. 6 penalties, 7 errors, completed at 60%. Matty Peake, the coach, spoke about he wanted a team that completed high. Well, they didn't do that. Warrington really took advantage, but didn't Wigan come back strong? And obviously you're delighted they finished with that 1 point.
Ball back in play. Here come the Wolves then. 19 unanswered points in the last 17 minutes of that first half. What can the Wolves do here at the start of the second? Walters with a tackle. Centre field is Nicholson. Now they're going for the 40-20 at the other end, but they haven't got the distance on it, and Hampshire backpedaling collects and will bring it back from his own 20, and he's met and pushed back to the 30-metre line.
I think Matty Peat will be looking for the intensity what Wigan Warriors brought to the Salford performance. They were 18-0 up after no time at all against Salford last week, and he praised their intensity. Well, maybe that intensity was just lacking here in that first half, and forgivably so, Mark, in light of what's coming up. But you wouldn't want that to continue, and it didn't. I think the fact they arrested that lack of intensity would be what impressed Matt Peat the most. What about the bench? Such impact from them.
Yeah, they have indeed. And over the 40 here, Leeming is waiting, middle of the field. Looks to Harry Smith, turns it back for Walters. Walters goes into collision, stands, the former Leeds man. And he's wrapped up. This is the last. Smith, the go-to man again. Just going to float the kick up high. Invite the young debutant to come and collect. He will. He's done well to get to the ground, and Marshall, despite his best efforts, can't get Taylor Ray over the sideline.
It's another tidy kick from Harry Smith. Some really telling kicks. A short kick for a repeat set, 40-20. Obviously the drop goal, and that more of his stock standard kick. Just land it 10 in, 10 out. It's so difficult to get out of this part of the field.
It is. The ball forward is Jake Thewlis. One of 4 Warrington debutants here. Burning the tackles here, yet to get out of their own 20. Here's Musgrove. Better carry. And that's the last one. Powell will wait at dummy half, and he'll get it away to Drinkwater, whose left foot kick will bounce just inside the 40, but he gets a great bounce for Ryan Hampshire. He'll get it away to Douglas. Douglas looking to go round and then through, and he's almost up to halfway.
Oh, that looked threatening from Douglas.
Here's Kieran now. His goal kicking was exquisite in that first half. Quick play of the ball for Leeming, gets it away here for Eckersley. Wigan on a roll again here, 30 away from the line. Leeming, Ellis to Smith, and Sember the decoy, almost through with Smith. Tackle 20 away. The sun beaming down here as French steps out of one, gets the offload back to Leeming, gets it away here to Dupree. Dupree, he's put the kick in. Well, that wasn't in the Wigan playbook, and he might have a word in his ear about that one for Tyler Dupree.
You can't imagine Matty Peat will like that play.
Okay, even less now as Warrington bursts up to their 30. And Sember was not facing play, so Warrington all of a sudden have burst through, and all on the back of that really off-the-cuff kick.
Well, you look at the difference of the Harry Smith kick to this left corner and that manufactured kick from Tyler Dupree. It's a 60-70 metre difference. It's huge. You can't be doing that in big games.
We're over halfway. This is the last tackle. And we'll go back to Drinkwater, who aims high. A tester here for Douglas, who's in off the wing. Takes it nicely in the end. Brings it forward. Tell you what, he looks every bit a Super League winger, doesn't he?
Yeah, athletic, quick. He's got a beautiful running style, hasn't he? Which makes him look threatening. He can skim across the line, much like this man, Liam Marshall. Promising start for Douglas.
Here now is Leeming, busy up the middle, over halfway. Eckersley in dummy half, but a knock on here from Cruz Leeming, who's not happy. Sam Powell is.
Cruz Leeming's claiming that there was hands on the ball. Sam Powell gets involved in the tackle, looks to affect a bit of a wrestle. It's Sam Powell's knee that actually dislodges the ball. Fair call from the referee. Cruz Leeming's unhappy, regardless of his protestations. It's Warrington ball.
Yeah, it is. He's still not happy about it, Cruz Leeming, but they're packed down in the scrum, just the Warrington side of the halfway line. Drinkwater to Powell. Gets it away to Lindop. That was high. And Sember it was.
It was a lazy one, wasn't it? Lindop was falling. And Sember coming from the inside. Look, Sember's defence has got such a long way to get down to Lindop's height as he lowers his. Cuffs him high, penalty. 8th or 7th penalty that Wigan have conceded. If there's anything to be concerned about, it has been a little bit of ill-discipline dotted around the performance.
Here's Holroyd, drives in and Sember makes the tackle this time. Oh, waits at dummy half. Gets it away. Nicholson, 10 away. So Warrington got a chance here to narrow the deficit. To Drinkwater, just had to wait for it, and Musgrove rather got in the way of any pass to the right there. 5 out. Slow play of the ball. Were the hands on that? Referee says there were.
Yeah, it's Cruz Lehman, obviously a hooker himself. He knows how annoying this can be when you're just trying to get the ball away, distribute, get the ball to your key players. Penalty to Warrington.
Musgrove tackled. Powell, they're lining up that left-hand side. And the tackle is made. See, there are players being manoeuvred into place here. As now Drinkwater finds Ratchford, who finds Tighe, flicks it away to Reg, couldn't take it in. And a lack of cohesion there in that Warrington attack. And they cough up the ball.
Yeah, it's just scrappy from Tighe. Never really in a position to get that ball away to Conor Wrench. Even if he did, Eckersley had done a great job to just two-touch the guy on his inside, work around in the loop. Would have had Conor Wrench in his pocket anyway. Tighe probably just better to just take that ball and take contact.
Yeah, it's a good carry to get the set off and running here. Free it was, leaving in at dummy half. Sember will take it, and there's a gap in front of him. Good tackle in the end, got just enough of him there. Great work.
He's lethal.
Holroyd involved with a challenge. Here now is Ellis, gets it to Mago. Mago trying to get the arm free, flicks the ball out to Smith. Here's Eckersley, gets it to Marshall. Marshall down the line, little kick in field. We've seen this move before. Oh! Ryan Hampshire! And now Warrington are coming back the other way.
Wow. On a plate, Ryan Hampshire.
On a plate with side salad and sauce, John Wilkin.
He's got the bill. He paid the bill. No! Oh dear.
Then Marshall is getting treatment. Oh, now look at this. This is a Wembley worry. He kicked the ball down the field here in the build-up to that Hampshire no try. He's back on his feet now, but he is in a world of pain.
That's not good for Matty P. Not good at all.
Here now come Warrington. They're 12 out last tackle, and Marshall can barely make it back inside his own half here. And they're going to attack down that side, and that's where Marshall should be. Great challenge from Eckersley, but Wrench has got it down. Or has he? Referee wants to check this. He's going to hand this one upstairs to Ben Thaler. Have Warrington expose the Marshall absence? Jack Smith says no.
We have a live call on field of no try, so just go nice and slow to see if he stays in the field of play. He's still got the ball at that point. He's still in possession of the ball. Keep it going. Keep going and pause it there. Thank you, I've now made my decision.
Zach Eckersley with a wonderful defensive effort there. He realised his winger wasn't at the side of him. He had to do the job of 2 men, and he did it.
Oh, stunning defence from Zach Eckersley. I think he showed real promise with his footwork, with his how he glides when he's got the ball. But this is all about effort and attitude. And it's some defensive play from a young outside back. As you see Marshall in the back of his shot there, limping back, can't make it into position. And as you rightly said, not for the first time this afternoon. Without Liam Marshall in the line, who's receiving treatment here, Zach Eckersley does magnificently well. This is alarming, though.
There's a look of concern, isn't there? He's back on his feet. The physio's still talking to him here. Well, we could have had a try at both ends within 60 seconds. Ryan Hampshire drops one over the line, and then Eckersley produces an outstanding bit of defensive work to keep Warrington out the other.
So 2 sloppy moments from Wigan. The made-up Tyler Debris kick, and then the no-try from Hampshire. Just a little bit sloppy, and that just gives hope to Warrington, doesn't it?
Here's Dupree. Marshall is moving a little bit easier on this near touchline. Smith back inside. Here's Hill. Hill carries. He's wrapped up 5 short of halfway. Last tackle coming into the set. 10 gone second half as we work the break. Smith will hoist it high. It's not quite going to reach Wrench or the fullback. Wigan are going to get this back. He's hacked on, and in the end, Hill, he's going to be offside here.
Yeah, that was why the rest of the Wigan chase were cautious to approach the ball. They all knew that they were collectively offside. Harry Smith was deep in the pocket when he kicked it. You know, he sat back, so everybody to the right of Harry Smith there is offside, especially Hill, who played the ball. Everybody else had a bit of awareness to know that he was, but Hill touches it, and that's just a relieving penalty, and Warrington can breathe.
Matt Peake will be disappointed with the number of penalties that his side have conceded for a variety of reasons as well.
Yeah, it's been a mixed bag, and discipline, especially next week when Warrington are at full tilt. They can't concede 8, 9, 10 penalties by this period in the game. They'll be in trouble.
They've conceded so far. Ball now here with the Wolves. If they get next points, we're back into the melting pot again. Ball 15 away. Here now is Drinkwater. Takes it to the line, finds Ratchford. Ratchford dummies. Then gets the ball away out wide. There could be a chance. Oh, big shot went in there. Adam Kieran.
Taylor Ray rode it well, though, Mark.
He did. Here they go again. Powell gets it out now to Ratchford. They're coming back to this near side. Ratchford puts the brakes on, goes through a gap, and he's brought down 5 away. Last tackle, they've got numbers left. Oh, it's a messy play of the ball. It's intercepted. French is going to be called offside here. Well, I think or is he coming back for hands in at the ruck? What's he calling here at Jack Smith?
I don't think they were square at the marker. Hill was in the ruck. Cade Ellis was around the ruck. It made it slow and messy, and that gave Bevan French all the time in the world to read that pass, didn't it, from Sam Powell? French was aware, wasn't he? Clearly aware, but the ruck was just too messy for the referee, Jack Smith. Gives Warrington the chance for more pressure.
It does. Well, Wigan didn't score for 23 minutes in the first half. Yet to score in the second. They've just carried Warrington over the line.
Smart play by the Wigan defenders. It just gets Warrington 10 yards further out.
Here's Whitehead. Up the middle he goes. Wrestled to the ground, 5 away. Wigan on their own line. Ball going. And then just breaks down a little bit here, Warrington. And maybe this is where we're seeing the lack of cohesion in their attack. They're not quite sure where they're going at the moment. Here they'll go to Drinkwater, turns it back for Holroyd. He's wrapped up. Hall again is in at dummy half. Will get it away to Drinkwater. Gets it away now for Nicholson. He carries, looking to try and get the arm free, the former Wigan youngster. Last one. Where are Warrington going here? Well, they're going to play it and go left. Here's Ratchford to Drinkwater now. Runs it, ball. Does that come off a Wigan hand? I think it did. This is going to be another set. They've tackled him in the touch, but there was a Wigan hand on it, so a back-to-back set here for the Wolves.
Yeah, more pressure for Warrington. It's just a Wigan hand in there. I think Wigan have actually been very tidy defensively. And Adam Kieran puts himself in a great position there to either come up with the ball or make an aggressive defensive decision. Sam Burgess knows it's 6 again. But Wigan, throughout all of the mistakes and errors that they've made and the defence that they've had to do, they've looked at Kieran and Eckersley making big defensive reads. And the only way Warrington have broken Wigan down so far, Mark, is through kicks.
Yeah, well, they've got a chance here. Here's Ratchford. Oh, another loose pass. Marshall's after this. Eckersley's after it. And Marshall falls on it, and Wigan's defence holds firm again.
Yeah, pleasing for Matty P. The resilience, the defensive robustness that Wigan have has been impressive for a number of years. And this year it seems to have just been amplified. St Helens and Wigan, the two best defensive teams in the competition, just for sheer effort, the amount of time that they work hard for each other.
Carried forward there by Douglas. Here now is Bevan French, who's going for a 40-20. Didn't quite get the bounce. Interesting, Wigan kick over to that far side, and ball brought back by Taylor Rain. He's wrapped up just short of the 30-metre line. Wigan will just want to put a good defensive set in here and keep Warrington out of their half of the field.
Yeah, tidy, no penalties. You don't gift Warrington a chance out of the half. Apply some kick pressure to Warrington, and you want to see your back three catching it on the full.
And the ball carried forward here into contact. Wrapped up there. Ball played. And here goes Drinkwater, gets it away now. Over on the far side, Lindop has it, tries to cut in field, falls to the ground, last one. Now the ball works its way back to Ratchford, who's tackled as he kicks downfield. Hampshire catches it on the full. And he'll bring it forward 25 off his own line.
It was big kick pressure from Tyler Dupree. We spoke about Wigan's bench. Well, Tyler Dupree in particular has had a really tidy game, carried the ball strong. But not just that, he's not renowned for his effort areas. A big kick pressure there, encouraging for Matty P.
Well, Max Wood back into the action.
Third, out together, Nolan!
To see that after that early knock.
Surrender.
Ball on halfway.
Tackle four.
Marshall still struggling that knock. You wonder if Matt Peat might be thinking about withdrawing him because he's hobbling back. As Smith under pressure from Green, gets the kick away, arrows it to the sideline.
Such a good kick. Such a good kick from Harry Smith. Under all sorts of pressure from Green. And Green does so well to come out the line and put him under pressure. Look, you've been forgiven for just punting that into the air or just getting it away. And not only did he get the kick away, he found touch. And look how now they get the chance to organise the defensive line. Now they get the chance to go and be aggressive collectively.
Go, Josh!
It's a game of ifs and buts. Hampshire scores. You just get the feeling this last part of the game might have been a little bit more straightforward, but for Wigan, the game is in the balance here.
It was such a sitter as well. Hampshire won't be wanting to see that again.
Warrington are still in the battle here. They get the next points. Being for a grandstand finish.
Oh, move together, Sam! Stay Harvey!
More towards halfway. Here goes Nicholson now, leading down the centre of the field. Ball over the top, beautiful pass to Lindop. Lindop, though, he's risking with a touchline. He's dropped it, went backwards, but it's picked up by Wigan.
Again, another example of Wigan's edge defence. Look, being stretched and being tested, but coming up with something. And it was French and Kieran's combination. French with the strong tackle, Kieran to scrap on that loose ball. That's championship stuff.
Yeah, it's a good pick-up. Kieran, who brings it forward. He's been a good signing, hasn't he, for Wigan?
Solid.
Yeah. Ball now works its way across. Here is Hampshire, gets it away to Walters. Walters just goes straight forward. He's tackled. Nolan to Paya. Now O'Neill back on, slips the ball away. Great shot there. I think it was Dupree who was monstered in the tackle there. And temperatures for the first time just start to boil over a fraction. Yeah. Great shot.
Oh, it was Holroyd. There's a beautiful thing, Cade Ellis, who does an exceptional job for Wigan in moving the ball around. Holroyd lines him up. Tyler Dupree's looking into where the ball's coming from. Holroyd reads it, right shoulder, whack. Get that into you, Tyler Dupree. Just a word on Cade Ellis, actually. It's such a good shot from Holroyd. But Cade Ellis does a huge job for Wigan Warriors, and we'll see in the Challenge Cup final next week. We talk about their big men a lot. Well, Cade Ellis is often in charge of moving them around, 97 metres himself, 36 tackles, but it's his ability to nudge and manipulate defences and put big men on small men. He put the big man on Holroyd, who came worse off that time though.
Yeah, he did. Stefan Ratchford just getting a bit of treatment off the ball here, but he's okay. 10 short of halfway. Ty throws himself into the tackle. Well, Max Wood, who got that bump earlier on, he came back on, but he's not lasted too long, has he? So fingers crossed for Max. He did look, when he was sat on the bench, a little bit uncomfortable. Here's Bullock into the action. We're going to the final quarter of the game, and this is far from over yet. Here's Ratchford, gets it away on the near side to Payer, who's certainly not looked out of place on his debut. His dad Shane played with our very own Barry McDermott at Oldham back in the day. High kick, not collected by Warrington. It is now, and they're going to go to ground with it, and Wigan will get it back 30 off the line. 7 points the deficit here then for Warrington.
Only 2 markers.
Play the ball. Now messing about with play the ball. Hull KR lead to come. Leeds Castleford.
2 crackers. And we got some good games. We were a bit disappointed when we saw the team sheets for this one, but you'd be licking your lips at the 2 fixtures we've got coming up this afternoon. And by the way, the game we've had here in 61 minutes has really delivered too.
Yes. Tell you what it has done. It whets the appetite for next week, the cup final. State of Origin to follow that as well. Men's and women's all to come. You'll see it all on Sky Sports. Well, it's the kiss of death from John Wilkin.
Well, it's the kiss of death from Cade Ellis, I think, if I'm Mark. He's made a blob, and then he's back chatted to the referee. That's twice Wigan have done that here. Now, they've made mistakes, and I don't expect Wigan players to make mistakes and then be done for dissent immediately after. Matty Pete, when I speak about ill-discipline, you always think about penalties. I think there's been an element of ill-discipline with the ball. Back chat to the referees. Those sorts of things, the only things he wouldn't be happy about the Wigan performance.
Cade Ellis, 15 tackles more than any other Wigan player today, 37 for him. He's over 100 metres as well. Here come Warrington then. Can they set up a grandstand finish? 15 away. Here's Bullock. Wrapped up but not put to ground, and he's within 5 here. Warrington fans' hopes are raising as Powell tried to poach one from close in. The door was closed. Drinkwater in under the post, gets it away to Ratchford. Ratchford back here. Player tackled. They're going now to Bullock. Bullock, he's got numbers again to that left-hand side. Late offload, late offload. Collected in the end by Drinkwater. Last one. So Ratchford, you would feel, will be their go-to man for the kick. Here he is now. He's going to float it at wide. And here's a chance for Ty. Couldn't take it in. Marshall collects it. He's tackled in goal, but it's going to be a knock-on in goal. And a 20-metre restart. The ball was there, but Roderick Ty couldn't collect it.
Well, yet again, Warrington resorting to the kicking game to get them points in this match. And that's credit to Wigan's defence, how organised it is, how much communication and effort is in the Wigan defensive line. Almost, wasn't it?
Almost, but not quite. Right, 51% possession in favour of Warrington now. Wigan making more metres, but also making more tackles, so it shows the game evenly poised at the moment.
Well, that stat, the metres, tells you a picture, doesn't it? The Wigan have had less ball, but when they've had it, they've been destructive. Through the likes of Nsemba, Dupree, you now got Havard on the field, Hills on the field. And it is that just repetitive nature of the big athletes that grinds teams down.
Whatever happens in the next 16 minutes, the home fans here are going to leave very pleased with the performance that their young team has put up today. Little kick over the top. Will this roll too deep? No, it gets a perfect bounce, and here now is Taylor Ray. Brings it into the field of play, and he'll get to ground 4 off his own line. the debutants in this young Warrington side, but they have stood up. They were 12-0 to the good. But no points yet, second half. Although there have been chances at both ends.
4, Sam away, keep coming, Wigan. 4, Keith. Go 4.
Works its way in field. Here's Nicholson now, gets it away to Drinkwater. Drinkwater gets it away, hands on the far side, but the pass wasn't on the money, and that leads to the error.
Yeah, it's tidy through the inside of the line. Matty Nicholson, who can ball play, gets the ball to Drinkwater, and then it's just sloppy from Holroyd. Again, we saw with Roderick Ty maybe forcing a pass. It's Holroyd this time, and then it's just sloppy from Holroyd. Again, we saw with Roderick Ty maybe forcing a pass. It's Holroyd this time. Just forces it towards Lindop, who couldn't collect it. And as time ticks on, as chances pass Warrington Wolves, and Wigan roll interchanges onto the field. Yeah, Marshall, who seems to be moving much better. He's getting some treatment from the physio. But the longer this game goes on, you feel like Wigan have got so much point-scoring threats in there, haven't they?
Well, you feel one more might do it, and here might be that chance as Marshall gets it, but he's closed down by Wrench. Lovely flick pass from Eckersley. Now works its way forward with Havard. It's going to be wrapped up, but stands in the tackle. Brad O'Neill waits at dummy half. Finds Smith, who gets it to Hill. Hill will take it inside the 20. More offload on this occasion from the Warriors. Can they put the Wolves away? 6 again here. Oh, Mago's dropped it. Wow. Just not happening for Wigan at the moment.
Well, we're talking about defensive efforts from Wigan. Let's talk about Holroyd. He's come up with 2 unbelievable challenges on 2 big men and dislodged the ball twice. You know, I think Warrington have gone through a transition. Matty Pete showing his frustration there with another error. Warrington went through a transition of being a team full of stars that could score points and recruiting big stars. It's players like Holroyd who add such value to your team. He turns up as a young man, delivers, and gets all of the attitude and effort things right within the game.
And he's got his body in front. Well, Sam Burgess will know the majority of his lineup for next weekend. There are places on the periphery up for grabs, and maybe Holroyd's playing his way in next week. Front dummy half here now. Oh, I think there was a dummy runner. It's another error. Well, he's offside, Marshall, there, wasn't he? Referee says play on. Smith will get the ball now. And Warrington just starting to cough the ball up, and they're inviting Wigan in, but they're not letting them in easily.
Yeah, it was poor from Ratchford, really, just forcing play. I think maybe Warrington, inexperienced, you know, a lack of cohesion, but just forcing things.
Oh, speaking of a lack of cohesion, it's Smith this time who puts it down.
I think Matty Pete would have expected Wigan to come out and nail the 40 minutes here. I think he'll be delighted the fact that they got back into the game with clearly the much stronger squad. But the detail has just not been at their standard here.
They had that 20 minutes, didn't they, just before half-time when they really poured it on. But other than that...
Well, defensively, they've been great, haven't they? They've been tidy. They got broken down by 2 fantastic kicks by Josh Drinkwater. That aside, clean defensive performance.
Oh, Kieran! Now!
That's nasty.
This is a problem for Wigan. This is a problem, and Adam Kieran knows it. That was a huge collision, and it wasn't a pretty one to watch.
Wow. It's Lindop. This looked heavy. It amplified by the fact Lindop got his legs taken away from him. It was a free shot for Adam Kieran. And the question remains where the contact was, how the contact was made. Because as soon as Lindop's in this vulnerable position, oh, this is awful. This is. Mark, this is as bad as it gets. That's bad.
Well, first things first, credit to Aaron Lindop. He's got straight up from this. Well, we mentioned at the start of play about calculated gambles. Well, Matt Pete might be regretting. Let's hear from the referee.
Send Adam!
We'll hear from Jack Smith in a moment. Adam Kieran knows he's in trouble here. He knows he's in trouble as he walks forward. This is a pretty lonely walk.
Mate, it's forceful contact with the head. He does lose height, but that's aggravated by you not trying to make a tackle with the shoulder. It's a red card, you're off.
Adam Kieran sent off. And listen to the noise here. Matt Pete might just have lost one of his key men for Wembley next week. Adam Kieran shown a straight red card, and I don't think John Wilkiney can have too many complaints.
No, it's clear as day, red card. As I said, and Sember just takes Lindop's legs away from him. Kieran has an opportunity there to not carry that much force into the contact. He has a choice here to make, whether he follows through with that shoulder charge or not. He does. It's a red card. Look, it's a bad challenge, but sad for Adam Kieran, who walks down the tunnel. He won't be playing at Wembley next week. He will not play at Wembley next week. And he's been ever present for Wigan. So how sad for Adam Kieran, but this is a chance now for the Wolves.
For the Warrington Wolves to win this game. The atmosphere here has gone through the roof with the home fans. A young team have stood up to be counted here. Now they've got a player advantage into the last 10 minutes. What was the strap line for the cup final? Expect the unexpected.
Well, we've had all of that.
It's a week early. Here now is Drinkwater. Gets it away to Ratchford. Ratchford finds the fullback. Taylor Ray gets it out wide and the tackle made. Ball now coming across field. Drinkwater is going to go back down the short side here. Need to get it away. That was a poor option. I think he saw the numbers, but the players outside him didn't see what Drinkwater saw.
You just felt like Josh Drinkwater's initial reaction to kick to this far post with an organised chase was the right one.
9 to go, 7 points to lead. How valuable that Harry Smith drop goal now. We've not had a point in the second half.
Stop bringing it up. Just a word on a few of the Wigan players who've been, I think Eckersley, if you're speaking about Kieran missing out at Wembley now, Eckersley, what a job he's done just to put his name in the frame. I think he's had a really tidy performance, both sides of the ball, defensively and in attack. So certainly some cause for optimism for the future of Wigan in those outside backs. What a performance from Eckersley here.
And for the disappointment for Adam Kieran, potentially next week, it will be an opening for somebody else. There's the ball gathered by Roderick Taos off down the touchline, and Marshall gets in front of him. 8 to go here. Warrington, can they find something to send this one all the way? Harthill on for his debut, Ben Harthill. His dad Dave, a former player at Swinton. Ball now infield, they're up towards halfway here. Trying to offload it, just short of the halfway line. They need a little bit of something, Warrington here. Harthill out of dummy half, gets it away to Drinkwater. Drinkwater gets it away to Lindop. Lindop tackled, 30 out.
He's had a tidy game as Lindop as well. Rode some big challenges, especially that one from Kieran. Some big contributions.
Yeah, high kick. This is going to come down now. Hampshire's under pressure. Gets it and gets collected by Ratchford, but that was a big catch. Wigan needed that. Here's Walters. He'll be pleased to get the full game under his belt for Wigan after his injury in pre-season.
Yeah, big carry from him there. Said big body and just needs to get minutes in under his belt.
Yes. Jacob Douglas has shown up well on his Wigan debut. Been some very pleasing performances from the youngsters today. They've let no one down. Last one here for Smith. Will arrow the kick downfield. Taylor Ray will come and collect it. Touches it with his instep. Collects it now. Looks to launch an attack, and he's got through one. Oh, just couldn't get away. Ball's come free, and it's been stolen by Wigan. And Bevan French might just have come up with a play that wins the game for the Warriors.
It's a big play from Bevan French, isn't it? The chase, backhand steal.
Here now is Smith. Smith gets it away to Eckersley. Eckersley's wrapped up. 25 out from the line. I think we're going to stop play here because the medic has come on the far side to have a look at Kai Taylor-Ray, who's got an injury.
Yeah, another young man who's had an exceptional performance. A real threat.
But for a Bevan French tackle, he was away there.
Yeah, and there's probably only Bevan French who would be able to catch him and get back in that situation. Two very quick athletes competing. Taylor-Ray, I think what I've liked about him most this afternoon, Mark, is not the exciting running and you know, all of the threat that he's got. It's his ability to ride out challenges is clearly here. He's had a number of big contacts. People have really put it on him. Wigan haven't eased off on him. They've really took it to him. Just hoping this one isn't serious.
Yeah, a tackle from behind as well. There's nothing in it. It's just a tangle of bodies, isn't it? And weight put on different parts of the body. Bevan French came up with a tackle there. He's feeling the back of his knee, the back of his calf. Hopefully everything will be okay. We're going to just having a bit of a huddle here.
Yeah, what would be said in the Wigan huddle? Look,
I think they'll be pleased with how they scrambled. You know, defensively, Matty Pete, don't think he can question his side's attitude to defence. It's just been a sloppy attitude with the ball, and just an incredibly energetic performance from a young Warrington team. What a break here from Taylor-Ray. It's a great chase. And steal from Bevan French. It's just an awkward landing for the young fullback.
Yeah. I think the physio wants him to go off. I don't think he wants to go off here. Not the way he would have wanted his debut to end, but he's going to get a warm round of applause, and hopefully nothing too serious. I'm pretty sure that won't be the last we'll see of that young man. They've got no subs left, so they're down to 12 here, Warrington. With 6 minutes to go, it's 12 against 12, but for different reasons. Eckersley, is there one more score in this? They're 20 away. They've not completed down this end at all, Wigan, but they've got a chance over on that far side. But they'll power it up the middle first. O'Neill at dummy half, gets it away here. Short pass taken forward by Havard. 2 meters up from the line. Bevan French and Smith have gone to the right. Surely O'Neill will go that way. He does. Finds Bevan French. Short pass here to Hampshire. And Hampshire is tackled on the last.
yeah, Warrington really desperate actually to get Taylor-Ray back on the field over on that far side. Might not be moving so well. He went to the bench, realised they had no subs, and then he sprinted down to get back on the field here, whether he's right or not.
Carried forward again for Warrington. They need points quickly here. Ben Hartill will get the ball away. Here's Whitehead, takes it forward. There is Taylor-Ray's back into the action. Can't fault the bravery. Hampshire collects on the full, and now Douglas will bring it forward. I don't think it will be long before we see him again in a Wigan shirt either.
Looks the part. You know, some people step up and it takes them a while to look comfortable in the surroundings. Well, there's a number of young men this afternoon who've just immediately looked comfortable under the microscope and in front of the Sky cameras.
Yeah, I think you'd have struggled to pick out the debutants, wouldn't you, today? Yeah. They've certainly not let themselves down. Wigan have had to do it tough here. It'll be a nervy few days for Adam Kieran, but I think he'll know in his heart of hearts he's in a big trouble ahead of Wembley next week. Sent off for that challenge on 69 minutes on Lindop. Here's O'Neill, finds Smith. Smith's going to run it, gets it to Eckersley, just puts the kick in. Ratchford collects it. He thought about the big pass then out the back, but held on to it. I think the ovation from the home fans, John, they're going to be pleased as punch with this effort from their team. They came today knowing their team was under strength, and the young guns have stood up.
Yeah, but there's certain things about the Sam Burgess-Warrington, the different version of Warrington, as Wigan concede another penalty here, that translates to whoever's playing. Enthusiasm, a willingness to work for each other, a desperation, a willingness to just compete and take it to the opposition. And that's what I've seen from Warrington this season so far. And you've seen it from the young players that you bring in. Your squad is often defined by the performances of your big numbers in your squad, your number 40s, your 30s. Well, Sam Burgess and the Warrington fans will just be purring at the performance from some of the larger numbers in the squad here.
Yeah, here's Nicholson, wrapped up 30 away. If they can get something here, then who knows? The win might not be out of the question, and they're going to get a chance here down the sideline. Tackle made. Again, it's Bevan French who's there for Wigan. Drinkwater now takes it to the line, gets it away to Harthill. He gets it away to Musgrove. They've got to come away with something here, Warrington, to give themselves the opportunity to win it late on. Drinkwater, ball over the top. Scramble from Wigan again.
Fantastic defence from Wigan.
Evan French everywhere. Good pick up there from Drinkwater. Floats the kick towards Ratchford has scored! Warrington are in! They're going to get a chance here! Referee is going to check it. He hasn't given it yet, but Warrington think they're in with a shout to win this match.
Now we have a live call of try on field. So we're just checking the onside offside to start with, and you can clearly see there the player to our right for who we need to look at is onside. So just go on from here. Let's go on with all this. So he's straight into the grounding. He picks the ball up cleanly. Ball is caught cleanly, keep it going. Keeps hold of the ball and is grounded. Thank you, I've now made my decision.
Stefan Ratchford has scored the try, and he's now going to look to add the extras here. He's ready to roll. Warrington are ready to roll. This kick goes over. They are within one, and they're going to get a chance to win the match. Late drama here to Halliwell Jones. Ratchford says, can I kick it? Yes, he can. It's a one-point ball game.
Wow, so good. Drinkwater once, twice, 3 times on the money. Ratchford picks Harry Smith's pocket, and wow, does them that set up a final 2 minutes. Harry Smith just can't see Ratchford coming. It's a great kick from Drinkwater. 3 beautiful kicks from Josh Drinkwater. Sam Burgess knows that gives his side a chance.
Well, who would have thought this? Adam Kieran looks on, sent off with 11 minutes to go. Wembley dreams hanging by a thread for him. But 2 Super League points are on the line here. Wigan kick deep. What have the Warrington Wolves got? 2 minutes to win it. Bullock brings it forward, and the charge starts, and listen to the noise in this ground. Here they go now, they're lining up numbers with Ratchford. Gets it away, they'll move him wide. Here's Roderick Tye, backs himself. Oh, ball back on the inside, he didn't need to pass it.
Twice, Roderick Tye take the tackle. Got a minute and a half left. Potentially have another set of 6. Maybe would have gone in touch. Maybe would have gone in touch.
And it got the hands. Small margins at the top level. And Warrington want the ball, but they're going to have to wait because every Wigan tackle now is taking extra time, and you can understand why. Wigan will move level with St Helens, but they'll stay in second place. Inferior points difference. Last one here. Evan French gonna run it. Now he puts the kick in, ball bouncing all over. Was that knocked on? It is. It's a set restart. And a chance here. Well, Wigan don't need to throw it. They'll just take it forward. And that will do it.
Run it down.
Some Warrington performance this, man.
Yes.
The context of what's at stake next week and the squads that were revealed to us earlier in the week. Some performance.
Here's Nsemba, drives it in, and that will do it, I think. That will be the last tackle here. The hooter will go in the background. Well, Wigan have got the win, but it will come at a cost. Adam Kieran sent off. Worries for Junior Nsemba for Liam Marshall. For Sam Burgess' side, written off before a ball was kicked. They took it right to the very end. Their youngsters stood up. And on their Super League debuts, 4 of them played out of their skin. Lindop with an early try for Warrington, who were 12-0 to the good. But tries for Nsemba, Marshall and Leeming gave Wigan a 19-12 lead at the break. And despite Rakshan's late try, it's Wigan and Matt Peat who get the victory. What a game, what an entertaining game this afternoon. They'll do it all again next week, can't wait. But in the Super League, it's ended Warrington 18, Wigan 19.
John, thank you very much. Well, that man will very much be the focus of the Rugby League, the Super League world in the build-up to Wembley. Adam Kieran red-carded in this round 13 fixture from the Betfred Super League. He will await his fate, as will his head coach, Matt Peat, who has much to digest after that 80-minute performance. They've won by the phantom drop goal that not many saw coming at the end of that first half. As the players congratulate each other, they will meet again at Wembley. Certainly the teams will, the squads will be very different. Matt Peat, well, he'll bring some significant names into this 17 he selected today, and Sam Burgess, as you would imagine, his will be completely different. Delighted to say Sam Tompkins and Jody Cunningham and myself are joined here pitch side by one of the stars of the Wigan Warriors, a man who has just been through a very attritional 80 minutes, Liam Marshall. A very difficult 80 minutes.
Yeah, obviously a few changes for both teams, but we didn't expect any less than a very enthusiastic, very talented Warrington team. And it was a bit scratchy for both sides, I think, with the changes, but managed to ground the winner in the end.
Big bank of Wigan fans behind us here. Both them and Jody and Sam were grimacing when they saw you go down with a knee injury. How bad was it? Were you expecting to be taken from the field?
No, I think it's just a bit of a precaution, really, the strapping. Obviously, you get bangs in games and some are worse than others, but I expect to be fine for next week.
OK, I'm looking forward to it, no doubt. Sam?
Yeah. Were you expecting a game this tough when you saw the squad now? I know you'll expect them to come and be enthusiastic. Did you think you'd pull away from Warrington in that second half?
No, obviously you get lads in the team making the debuts and a few changes, and you expect enthusiasm, and I think they brought it in bunches, and I think they got the start better than us, which is disappointing. Maybe we could have posted a few more points. I think when Ryan Hampson drops on the line, it's a big turning point in the match altogether, but a tough ground out win, and we're just happy we got the 2 points.
Liam, what can you learn from that for next week? What as Wigan, put a good side out today, what are you learning and taking into next week?
Definitely the start of the game, getting that right, and I think just maybe not forcing some things. We ground out the game and put some sets back to back. I think that's when we was at our best. Trying to force the ball, loose offloads, poor discipline, let us down.
Liam, a big talking point from this game will not just be Warrington's performance, but it will be Adam Kieran's red card. A difficult position for your teammate, friend, to find himself in on the eve of Wembley.
Yeah, obviously, we'll get our iron on this week and see what the disciplinary says. Not going into too much detail about that. I think Adam will be the most disappointed person in the change rooms after the game. So, see what comes of it on the disciplinary, and then we'll go from there.
OK, Liam, we thank you very much for your time and congratulations. Enjoy the week and enjoy Wembley. Thank you. We'll take that from you. Thanks very much. Liam Marshall. Once again, Dave Redfern World Cup. Listen, he's right to say he can't say too much about the Adam Kieran red card, but it will be perhaps the major talking point coming out of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a starter, an out-and-out starter for the Wigan side. That's one of the risks of playing, you know, all your top players. You risk injury, you risk suspension. It was a clumsy collision. You know, the fact that he was only a metre off the floor might lean in Adam's favour, but he'll certainly be looked at in the week.
Jodie?
Look, there's a cost to that win, and it was just a win in the end. We didn't expect this scoreline by any stretch, but there's a cost now to that win, and Adam Kieran's going to be gutted this week. His teammates are going to be gutted for him, and possibly with Marshall, that might be another cost, but hopefully not.
OK, well, let's have a close look at it. As I said, it will be a major talking point in the Super League world in the build-up to Challenge Cup final. Lindop dropping in height, but it doesn't get any better the more times you see it. No, his legs have been taken, he's very low, but there's contact with the head. You know, the more you watch it, the tougher it is to look at and favour Adam now. You know, he's a friend of mine. I really do hope he gets to run out at Wembley next week, but it's going to be a nervous couple of days for the Wigan club and Adam himself. I would imagine what Wigan would argue in mitigation. There was an effort, they will say, to wrap a hand in the tackle. The player being tackled was rapidly losing height. This is what they may offer up in mitigation. What might be returned over the net is you have a duty of responsibility to expect the player to be dropping height in the tackle.
Yeah, we all know the position we're in now with head contacts, and players, defensive players, have the responsibility to not make contact then. It's forceful contact, it's the level of contact that's going into that. Look, maybe the player dropping is going to help him, maybe it'll save him, but it's going to be a tough few days for the Wigan camp.
The word in the ruling of you've got to expect a player to drop height. I don't know how a player can expect that. He doesn't know how Junior Nsemba's going to tackle him from the inside. He doesn't know if he's going to break through that tackle. If Nsemba's not there, he comes into it full height and it's a good tackle. But this is at full speed. This is at full speed. When you slow it down, you think, yeah, he's clearly going to make contact with the head. So a lot of onus gets put on players to expect a player's height to drop, which I just don't think is fair.
It was all. I don't disagree with you, but we have precedent already this year that has been explained. It was always going to be a risk, either an injury or an incident like this.
Exactly. It's not, you know, we talk about players going into next week fresh and how they feel. It's always about the injuries that you might take this week. It's about concussion, and it's about any sort of match review panel issues that you might come off the back of this, and that is a cost that Matty Peake will have been aware of. It's not something he won't have been aware of going into this game, but it's one he would have hoped didn't go this way. He probably would have hoped he could have rested players a lot more and made more changes there. You know, we didn't expect Bevan French to do a full 80 minutes and have those stars out the full way, but it was a tough game, and Warrington will have took a lot out of that.
It's a great point. They were pushed all the way by Warrington. Forced, maybe. Forced. We don't know what their rotation policy may have been in-game, but it may have been forced to keep those players out, as Jodie suggests, for longer.
Yeah, well, Matty Peake said it himself before the game. He'd be foolish to not consider rotating his players. Well, if you've got the man of steel playing 80 minutes, you've not had the ability to rotate your players, have you? He'll be pretty stressed, Matty. It won't come across when Jenna speaks to him, I'm sure, and he'll say he's happy with it. But, you know, as it stands, he's got a lot of issues going on this week that he wasn't expecting pre-game.
12 hours, 27 this tackle for the Wigan Warriors. We will hear from Matty Peake shortly. Let's get over to Jenna, who is standing by with player of the match, one of the young stars in that Warrington Wolves performance. Jenna.
Brian, that's right. Player of the match today is Warrington's winger, the 18-year-old Aaron Lindop. Congratulations. I know you didn't get the win, but a player of the match performance on your third Super League appearance this season.
Yeah, I mean, dream come true, you know what I mean? But the boys should be proud of themselves. Obviously didn't get the result that we wanted, but a lot of debutants and effort was 100%. So yeah, I'm proud of them today. I'm proud of them.
You mentioned the debutants for today. You went into this game, everybody writing off this Warrington side. To do what you did against almost a full-strength Wigan side says what about this team?
Well, I mean, we went into the game, we're winning the game. We wanted to win the game, obviously. There was a lot of people wrote us off, like you said, but I mean, we had nothing to lose. So we went into the game, just wanted to enjoy it. Like I said, a lot of debutants, so just out there enjoyed it, and we always believed that we could get the job done. I mean, it just came short, but should give the boys a lot of confidence for next week.
You've been been here since you were a kid. What is it like playing out there in front of such a big vocal crowd, playing for somebody like Sam Burgess and playing along some very experienced players like Steph Ratchford for one?
I mean, I can't really put into words, like, it's pretty crazy. I mean, watching Sam, he's an idol to me, so have him as a coach and to have him, you know, be so good to me, give me the I guess the opportunities to play is amazing, but to play in front of the crowd that I once was sat in the stands, it's like I say, it's a dream come true, seriously.
And to score a try to boot as well.
I don't know what to say, you know what I mean? Like, everything happened so fast, but like I said, just a dream come true, seriously, dream come true.
It's fantastic to talk to you. Bad luck on the defeat, but congratulations on an incredible performance.
Thank you very much, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, what a special moment. Aaron Lindop, the player of the match, and as Jenna said, try scorer in defeat for the Warrington Wolves. And talking about the debutants, and that's a man who today made his